Hey guys, so we're here for round number 1 of this week's Pauper Ponderings. I'm playing Counter Rebels, and this is not a very good hand, so I'm going to mulligan. Alright, this hand is fine. We have a Rebel Searcher. We're on a mulligan to 6, but Azorius Chancery is actually really good on a mulligan just because it allows us to hit 2 land drops. So I'm going to keep. Our opponent's also on 6, Ryan_Air. Squadron Hawk. I don't really think that's what we want right now. We're going to put that on the bottom. I could be wrong. I only played a couple of practice games. Unfortunately, Magic Online went down for 3 hours when I went to record. So that was kind of rough. Hopefully we don't have any problems here. So we have a Delver of Secrets. Alright, I don't know, that might not be very good for us here. There's an Ash Barrens. So we could go ahead and straight up journey that Delver right now, and I think that might be the best play, just because it allows us to continue to set up, and they're only on 5 cards. So I think I am going to attempt to journey that Delver. We might get dazed, but alright, it happens. Sweet. So now next turn, we're just going to get to go Sergeant into Azorius Chancery. That's the first time I think on Pauper Ponderings history we've actually just played an Ash Barrens. That's definitely the good thing about being on the play against this Delver deck. These are okay basics, M15. There's no Evolving Wilds. Okay, so he's probably Angler Delver then? The Radiant Fountain. We're going to run out the Ramosian Lieutenants. And an Azorius Chancery, and we're actually going to take this opportunity to bounce the Ash Barrens. Because I think I want to hold the Ash Barrens, play Radiant Fountain next turn, and then possibly look for that second blue source for our counter spell. And hopefully he just has a 1/1 looks for another island. It's kind of interesting. Very interesting. 1/1. 1/1 for 1. 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 No! Mental note. Alright. It's kind of rough. This guy does allow us to go and get a blocker for that thing at instant speed next turn, though, which is okay. So this is kind of like where the... Oh, so there's a Dismal Backwater. So he doesn't have a removal spell. There's a Radiant Fountain. It's going to gain us some life. So now that we have this kind of thing going, I think now we're going to start to be in pretty decent shape. Because this is definitely where the power of this deck comes from. There is a Brainstorm. Okay. So yeah, this is the deck that I don't think Brainstorm is very good against, or good in. Just because you're drawing 3 cards and it's fine, but you don't really shuffle your library that often, and the card itself is just not very good. So now he is going to do that. So he is going to attack, so I'm going to activate this. And we'll see what he does. We will see what he does. So what do I want to get here? I think I just want to get an Aven Riftwatcher. So that's going to gain me 2 life. And then I can block, and if he bounces it, I gain another 2 life. So that's pretty sweet. This actually works out pretty well for me. He attacks. I get to block. Get to gain another 2 life. Yeah, you can see just the power of just being able to hold your stuff up, right? I'm going to 23 here. Now, he could, I don't know, play a Gurmag Angler, which would be pretty good, but I can just go get Bound and Silence on my... Yeah, so now he has to pass. So this is exactly where we want to be. Exactly. Alright. So I think now I'm going to cycle this Ash Barrens, go and get an island. And then again, I just get to pass the turn. Play this island. If he does something, we get to go get a reactive rebel. And if he does nothing, we get to go get another proactive rebel, something like an Amru Scout or another Remosian Lieutenant. Probably going to try to remove my guy, I assume. No, just a mental note. So I assume that means he has some amount of Gurmag Anglers in his hand. Yeah, he has Gurmag Angler mana for days. Luckily, we get to just free search for pacifism for it. So what does he have? There's a Ponder. I think I've been like overly critical of this blue-black Gurmag Angler deck. It's so much nothing. Like, look at this. Brainstorm, Mental Note, Thought Scour, Mental Note, Thought Scour, Ponder. It just does so much to your payoff is a 5/5 with no abilities. And this format is people underestimate the power of the Pauper format way too often, I think. And you're playing these cards that while they're good, when you're just finding more fluff, and your payoff is hopefully a 3/2 flyer they can't deal with in a deck that doesn't play enough good counter spells. So I assume this is a Gurmag Angler. Oh, Sultai Scavenger. Okay, all the same. All the same to me. So now the question is whether or not I want to go get another Searcher Rebel, or I just want to go get a Bound in Silence. And I think here I want to just go get another Searcher Rebel. Yeah, I think so. I think a Searcher Rebel makes more sense here. From red. Yeah, it's probably just an Amru Scout here. There's a Defiant Falcon. Maybe I should have got a cheaper one, but maybe not. No. I don't know. Now that I have two Searcher Rebels in play, though, that means that he really can't get me into a situation where I have to go like Bound in Silence, then remove my guy, then I have to get another Searcher Rebel to stick and play. There's a Ponder. So I am going to Bound in Silence his Sultai Scavenger this turn for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Pretty. I guess I need like I should have got Sergeant with this. That was just a mistake of just not playing the deck enough. Because now if I draw a land, I can't double activate. What did he do with this Ponder? Not to shuffle. What? It must be nice. So this has to be the Gurmag Angler, I assume. Exiled his entire graveyard. I can get behind that one. For sure I can get behind that one. Alright, so now I'm going to pay 4. And I don't think it's worth trying to do anything too impressive with this counterspell. There's just no need for it yet. Bone Splitter's not the worst one. I'll play that guy. 4, 5. So now this turn, if he goes for something substantial, I am going to counterspell it. Maybe I sequenced this a little incorrectly here. Like I am going to suck this Gurmag Angler hit if he wants it. Yeah, down to 18. Okay, I'll go ahead and do it now. So now I want to go and get a Sergeant. that means I can double activate. But he's got something for me. What does he got? 2 mana, draw card. I'm okay with that one. So now, this is 4 mana, this is 4 mana. So I'm just going to go get a Sergeant, because it means if I draw a card, I get to double activate. Tranquil Cove. I'm going to equip onto my Amaru Scout. And I'm going to send. I think I'm just going to send Amaru Scout here, though. Because if he has nothing, I'll activate the Lieutenant. But if he has something, I can go Counterspell, activate Sergeant. Which is definitely where I want to be, because this lets me go and get a Falcon. And now he gets to start getting beat in here pretty good. Next turn I'll be able to double activate if I want. Accumulated knowledge. I guess that's going to have to resolve. Pretty unfortunate. So I am thinking I am going to take another 5 here. Definitely want Bounded Silence in this matchup. It seems really good. So yeah, now I'm going to take 5. If he wants to attack me, yeah. If he plays something, I'm going to counterspell it. But if he just passes... Yeah, so he just passes. So I'm going to bound and silence the Gurmag Angler. Ghastly Demise. Sure. I can certainly dig that one. We're going to bound and silence this guy. On tap, there's another counter spell, so that's a pretty good draw. So I'm going to attack with my Amaru Scout, unless he has effects. No. In. So we currently have double counter spell up, which feels pretty good. And I'm just going to play another Amaru Scout. He has counterspell. I'm certainly not going to fight over that. And I'm just going to ship the turn. So yeah, I think we've definitely demonstrated how good this deck can be. Sitting on 2 counterspells, and we get to go get a Defiant Falcon on our turn. On the end of his turn, sorry. So we're definitely going to counter that draw 3. That's a for sure. 2 mana draw 3 is a little more than I can stomach. He's going to counter it. I'm going to counter right back. So he did get to use both of our counterspells that turn. He's on 2 cards though. Yep. I assume he just ships here. Yeah, just ships. Untap. Another Defiant Falcon's a kind of a bad draw, but that's okay. In for 4. Puts him to 9. We're gonna play a Defiant Falcon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. We can play another Defiant Falcon here if we want. I think we are. Yeah, this should be pretty good. I'm in for him to counter this one. Yeah, that works for me. Don't really understand the point of that, but I'm not going to argue. Certainly not going to argue, my friend. Ghastly Demise, yeah. These are all excellent trades for me. And I'm going to activate the Sergeant. So yeah, you can just see how fast this deck, like, we just generate so much card advantage. It's unbelievable. Return this to my hand. Going to equip that onto this guy. And attack in for 4. I'll attack in with the Sergeant as well. There's a Brainstorm. Brainstorm does resolve. And then, like, he's just drawing so much fluff. And even if he draws a removal spell, I have 2 guys. This guy's going to find another guy in a turn. It really doesn't matter. Like, obviously another Gurmag Angler is bad, but I can start to go get flyers now. So I can start to go get even Rift Watchers at the end of his turn. And I can just get so far ahead in life total, it really doesn't matter what he does. What does he have? What is it? What is it that he has? Pay costs. Agony Warp. He's gonna kill this guy. Well, I'm gonna activate. I'm gonna put just an Aven Rift Watcher into play. And when the creature deck gets to just out-card the blue-black control deck into Oblivion here, it definitely feels good. Now, he does know what this top card is, so it very well may be something like a Gurmag Angler, which is what I assume it is. You just have all points have to assume it's a Gurmag Angler. But I think I'm far enough ahead in life total that I don't think it matters. I'm attacking for 5. Yeah. Yep. Leaves 4 up. Yep, we untap. Down a Vanishing Counter. That's actually a pretty good draw. Send in both of these guys. This is an attack for 5. Puts him down to 3. Play a Radiant Fountain. Now I get to Brainstorm plus Ramosian Sergeant on his turn, which is pretty good. Ramosian Sergeant just goes against another Ramosian Sergeant, if I'm not mistaken. But he's pretty much got lethal. Yeah, and so he's going to ship it up. And we're going to go to sideboarding. So I think we want Relic of Progenitus here. We want this other Bound in Silence. Probably want Nightwing Glider over that one. So we don't want Thermal Glider. We don't want Zealot Ilvec. I think you probably got 1 Sergeant. Yeah, okay. So that's good. So I think our implicit game plan is a lot stronger than his. So I'm okay with it in that regard. The Relic is going to do a good job of clearing that up. I think these Journey to Nowheres are good. The Violent Silences are obviously good. Exclude is obviously very good. Squadron Hawk. Yeah, I like this deck all around against him. So let's see if we can get him. Two planes. I think this hand is fine. We need to draw blue very badly, though. I'm going to keep... He mulled to 6. Maybe he goes to 5. 5 one time. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. Kept 6. Okay. Evolving Wilds. There's a chance for you. So that's a pretty good draw. We get to play this Bone Splitter. So now we'll see what he does. I assume it's probably just a Delver, which means we get to cast Lieutenant. Yeah, there's the Delver. So I'm definitely interested in casting Lieutenant here. This might have been a little premature, actually. I might have wanted to keep up Exclude. Maybe not. Maybe this is just a 1-1 for 1. Oh yeah, 1-1 for 1. Love it. Can he cast Gurmag Angler here? That would be pretty bad. That will be bad. May have played this one turn too early. I might have just should have played Asorius Chancery there. That might have been the better option. He is just passing though, so that is good for our hero. We get to make a 3/2, and we get to attack. For 3. Here's the removal spell. Yeah. We kind of figured that was coming. I guess he would have had it either way, which is unfortunate for us. There's a Thought Scour. What I can only assume is a Gurmag Angler. 1 mana 1/1. 1 mana 1/1. Oh yeah, 1 mana 1/1. Love it. Love those 1 mana 1/1s. To get another blue with this thing on the end of his turn. This is what I assume is a Gurmag Angler. Yeah. Paying his whole graveyard, which is kind of strange. Must have a counter spell. Take 1 here. And we'll cycle this for an island. It is very important that you get started, though. And as we can see here, we've kind of gotten to the point where a lot of reactive spells and not a lot of proactive spells. And we could definitely just get run over here, especially if his Delver flips. Ha! But it's just a 1 mana 1/1, so it's no problem. Really hoping he tries to put the gears to us this turn. He does not, so we will brainstorm. Put back these 2 lands, then we're going to basic land cycling this Ash Barrens for another island. There's a Bioland Silence, so that's a pretty good draw. We're going to go for that right now. hoping for not double counterspell. He's drawn a lot of non-spell cards, so perfect. That worked. That was excellent. We are shields down though right now. Just the 1 mana 1/1 though, right? Right? Ha! 1 mana 1/1. The best part is he just paid so much mana for this Gurmag Angler, he like can't cast it right now. Another one is not the best though. And a third one. What is this now? Stormbound Geist. Yeah, these shields down really punished us big time here. To go up to 13. No Rebels really putting a damper on our plans here, especially 3. Don't flip. Don't flip. Don't flip. Don't flip. Didn't flip. Perfect. Did not flip. So lucky. The problem though, we don't really have a lot of removal spells, and our game plan takes so long to get going. If we take 4 here down to 9, our best hope is that like he goes for something like a Thought Scour and tries to play Gurmag Angler. Another Tranquil Cove. It's not very good. Maybe we should have waited on that Lieutenant, but it's not quite lethal. But we are very dead. Very, very dead. Yeah, being on the draw against any sort of Delver deck is going to be a bit of a problem. And this is kind of the reason why, like, creatures nowadays, they're just so good that even with the amount of card advantage that we have, it really doesn't matter. Alright, well, we get to go play 3 Squadron Hawks. He can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can play all 4 Squadron Hawks. So let's see what happens. So it resolves. Would like to use the ability. All 3 to my hand. Play this one. Play this one. And play this one. Okay. Now he gets to Ghastly Demise 1. He didn't Ghastly Demise it on my turn. So he's just playing with me. So I could go double block, single block, single block. This is all bad. Maybe he just like takes it as is, maybe? Just Ghastly Demises our 1 Squadron Hawk, I assume. Letting this happen? No. No way he lets this happen. Yeah, not good. Certainly not good. We need a Wrath of God, and that still doesn't kill us because this thing comes back. Thought Scour. Alright. More guys. No! It's just gotta be another Gurmag Angler, or he's just gonna ship? No. Yeah, we have to be very dead here. Yeah, we're gonna scoop them up. All right, game number 3. I think our sideboarding is good. So let's get her going. Big time, big money. No whammies. Here we go. Oh, whoops. Spit deck. Here we go. All right, we're good. We're good. Getting ready. On the play. I would love to play first. Oh, this hand is close. I'm gonna keep it. This is a Saffron Olive hand if I've ever seen it. Turn to Hermosian Sergeant. Hold a 6 again. I like that. I like that. All right. Tranquil Cove. Pass. We need a land really badly, and I think we may brainstorm to find it. No, Delver is good. Let's see what he does here. Bottom, bottom. One time, bottom, bottom. Top. Top, top. Man. It's no fun. Oh, is it Tranquil Cove? Okay, that's a good draw. Up to 22. Play a Hermosian Sergeant. So now he either kills this or he go and start the Rebel Chain, which is really good for us. I'm okay with a Dismal Backwater on his end as well. Into a Ponder, which I'm also okay with. We just need to draw a land. He's definitely not going to shuffle here, too. And chooses to not shuffle. What a surprise. Land. Ha ha! Alright. We're in business. We are cooking with gasoline. Now we start to ship the turn. Get to look for some rebels. He could very well have 2 removal spells, but activate Hermosian Sergeant. That is fine. I think I'm just going to get another Hermosian Sergeant. So I don't draw land, just like that, we might get punished. So I think in that situation, you probably want to wait for me to go and get my 2. Because if I would have got this guy, I'm actually in semi-trouble now. Yep. Brainstorm. Just doing a bunch of thinking, you know, Ponder, Preordained, Brainstorm. It's crazy, like this card restricted in Vintage, this card restricted in Vintage, banned in Modern, this card banned in Modern. There's a lot of powerful stuff going on. I'm just playing with 1-mana 1/1s. There is a Delver Secrets. I'm going to what? Attempt to exclude this, I think. Worked. Sweet. Drew a land too, which is nice. Yeah, I think this trade actually works out fine for us. So we get to go Lieutenant, keep up Counterspell, which is really good. 3 cards to our 5 cards. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the spot we're in right now. Anytime you get an exclude off, it feels really good. Mental Note is fine. Look at that. Wow, triple Mental Note. This has to be an angler, right? I'll try to counterspell it. Wow, Counter Rebels really living up to its name here. So this is excellent now because we get to Brainstorm plus use Lieutenant. So I'm really liking our spot now. I don't know. I think this is like the spot where you start to pull away. We get to untap, we get to Brainstorm. So this is like the full power of the deck right here. Brainstorm, put what? Chancery, Ash Baron's back. Activate Lieutenant. Go and get Amru Scout. Untap, draw. We have this Radiant Fountain, which you kind of just get to play for free. Get to attack for 2. Boom. I'm feeling that one pack here. I'm feeling it big time. Big time. And then once again, we just get to pass. We get to end of turn Brainstorm plus Remosian Lieutenant. Which I'm really excited for. That's a Mole Drifter. That is getting excluded. That is how you fist pump right there, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! We're getting there. We're getting there. Brainstorm. Put back Ash Barons. Put back Brainstorm. Cycle Ash Barons. Get this island. Tap. Play this Tranquil Cove. Play this Bone Splitter. Equip this Bone Splitter. Attack for 4. We no longer have any counter spells, but we do have 3 Bounded Silences that we get to go get if we want. So if he starts playing his guys, that's what we're going to start to do. If not, we just continue to increase our advantage. Mole Drifter's like worst case scenario here. That's like how we lose if he like starts training Mole Drifters together. Which could definitely happen. Just really hope it's a Gurmag Angler and not... It is Gurmag Angler, so that's okay with us. That is okay. And we're going to need a Bounded Silence. We're going to put Bounded Silence on the Gurmag Angler. We're going to untap. We're going to play this island. We're going to attack him for 4. Down to 12. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. We're going to play this Aven Riftwatcher. Just as an efficient guy. And we're going to pass the turn. This deck does a really good job. I mean, you just have to get to this point in the game where you have the option of they do something, you do something reactive like Bounded Silence, or they don't do anything and you do something proactive like go get an Aven Riftwatcher. So this game is pretty much wrapped up. I don't know how he comes back from this. Yeah, this deck's powerful when it gets to do the things that it wants to do. Echoing Decay, that happens. And yeah, so he's going to scoop him up. So that means 1 pack to the good, ladies and gentlemen. There's going to be 1 pack going into the prize pool for the pack extravaganza. Thanks for watching, guys. My name is Austin. This is Pauper Ponderings. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe this video, and I'll be back for round number 2 of this week's Pauper Ponderings featuring Counter Rebels.